Today's challenge is brought to you by the letter Y. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 6 of our Get Up and Go challenge. Actually, the letter Y and 7 Ys. Why? Well, why is one of the most powerful questions we can ever ask ourselves. Keep in mind, we want to understand why we do things. Oops, forgot to set the timer. Why we do things, but we never want to try to figure out why other people do things, because we will never understand. Most of us have a hard enough time understanding the reason why we do things, and to think we're going to ever understand why other people do things, it's mind-boggling. I like to believe that people do the best they can given what they know at the current time in the current situation. Doesn't mean they wouldn't do something different another time, but if we believe that people are always doing the best they can for themselves at any given moment, I think we're a lot more forgiving of people. So this question, why, it of course is one of those questions that we're always asking ourselves, but and on a subconscious level, but do we consciously ask ourselves the question why? A lot of studies have been done on the question why. And if you have a reason for things, people will more often than not let you do what you want or get away with what you want. They did a study in college of college students cutting in line at a drinking fountain. And when they just cut in line or didn't say anything, people would object. But when they gave a reason why, even if the reason didn't make sense, people were more likely to let them cut in line. By a substantial, 90% amount. It was crazy. I don't remember all the statistics. Doesn't matter. But the point is, if you have a reason why, if you give people a reason why, they're more likely to agree with you. The same is true of ourselves. If we have a reason why we are doing something or not doing something, or why we like something or don't like something, we're more likely to continue to like that thing or to do that thing. So the tool I want to share with you today, if we can agree that the question why is very important to us, because why is the motivation that causes us to move or take action or do anything. There's a powerful tool I learned beginning of 2020, and it was sort of perfect during the pandemic. I've always known a tool and used a tool for a long time called the 5 whys. When you want to do something, you ask yourself a series of why questions. Remember when kids are little, I think it's 2 to 3 they go through this stage. Went through it with my granddaughter, with my kids, then my granddaughter, and my new granddaughter is 6 months old today. I'm sure we'll go through it with her as well, where little kids ask you why for about a year period in there, because they want to know and understand how everything works. Well, why do you do this? Why'd you do that? Why'd you say that? And it can drive us nuts, but it's really important. And in their learning process, just like it's important for us to learn about ourselves. Well, when you ask yourself a series of 5 whys, if you ask the question, why do you want something 5 times deep in a row, you get a really good answer. But Dean Graziosi, the beginning of 2020, and I don't know who he got it from, but he changed that 5 whys to 7 whys. And I was skeptical. I didn't really think it would work, but I realized after running through it literally dozens and dozens of times on different things in different areas and aspects of my life, those last 2 whys got deeper. They dug deeper, and they reminded me of things from my childhood or from my past, or things that I had totally forgotten about. They were in my subconscious. Everything that happens to us, every experience we have stays in our brain somewhere, but they were so deep I had forgotten about them, yet they were continuing to impact my decisions today. Well, last year when I went through them. Now, today, what I'm going to have you do, and I'm going to do a quick example of it, pick one area or aspect of your life, one of the 9, any one that you want, and try this. Ask yourself, number 1, what do you want? You have to know what do you want, and that's why we covered it a couple of days ago. So describe and say, hey, I want this, and I'll give you an example. I'm going to actually do an example on communication, because communication is an area that I'm working on this year and I want to work on. And so I just ran through yesterday and I asked myself this and wrote it down so I could do it a little faster for you. Otherwise, I would go way over my 10 minutes today, because I could talk about this and give examples of this forever and ever and ever. If you want examples of other areas of or aspects of your life, if you go to the Get Up and Go Challenge private group page and search it, you'll find examples for each of you'll find each of the 7 areas of your life, because I used a 7-area life framework last year. You'll probably, the last challenge I did an example using confidence. And this time I'm doing communication because I don't remember that I've done communication in a previous challenge. And there's obviously one other I might not have done since this is only our 8th challenge, and there's now 9 areas and aspects of our life. I probably didn't do contribution or something. I don't remember. I'd have to go back and look at all of them, and I haven't done that, so I'm inviting you to do that. So let's run through this as an example. Why, and mine would be, well, why do I want to improve my communication? So mine is for communication, and all you do is I make a statement saying, well, what do you want? What do I want? I want, well, let me get my magnifying glass so I can see what I want. I want to be a fantastic communicator, and then I change it to awesome. Because if I'm going to be a good communicator, I want to be an awesome communicator. So why do I want that? And I just ask myself, and you can number 1 to 7, 7 to 1, whatever works for you. I've done it both ways. Neither seem to have an impact on me either way. So if I ask myself, why do I want to be an awesome communicator? I say, so people understand me. Well, why do I want people to understand me? Why? So I can connect with people. Well, why do I want to connect with people? So I have better relationships. Well, why do I want to have better relationships? So I don't have to do everything by myself. Now, isn't that interesting? And so why do I want that? Well, to make my life easier. And then why do I want that? So I can accomplish, do, and create more. More what? Well, why do I want that? So I can positively impact lives, and I have a number there that I won't share. And then why do I want that? So that I leave a legacy and of making the world a better place. So the people I come in contact with are better off for having known me. So obviously I want to make a difference, a contribution. I want to have a positive impact on the world and people and relationships. And communication to me is one way to do that. Now, as I went through the whys, I was a little surprised at so I don't have to do everything myself, because obviously that's an issue for me. So our action item today is to share something that you learn or discover about yourself or the world or your views or your beliefs as you do this 7 why exercise. So go ahead, pick an area of your life, ask yourself, what do you want in that area? And then just ask yourself why 7 times deep and see what comes up for you. I write it down. I've got lots of these written down because I can't remember otherwise from time to time when I do it. But it's a really fun way, and I've got it in every notebook from every challenge. I've done it. And it's a good way to get to know ourselves and to know what works for us. That's it. That's our challenge for today. Questions, hit me up in the comments below or in the private group, because you probably have questions about this if you've never done this exercise before. I will tell you, it is one of the most powerful exercises you can do ever. It's quick and easy, but to get to know what's really important to you and what's really impacting you, whether you know about it consciously or not. Any questions? I will see you tomorrow. Have an awesome day. Go be an awesome whatever it is you want to be. Bye.